This episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 12, the season 1 finale of Andor, titled Rick's Road. Now, this entire season was focused on Andor and the rebellion and the Galactic Empire. There's a lot of interesting new characters that are in this. We see Senator Mon Mothma doing her thing. But with this season finale, it kind of felt misconstrued a little bit. Very confusing on what was happening at times with everything, and especially, I mean, it is Marva's funeral, and there's a great few shots of the funeral procession that happens. And while the Empire is there looking over things and waiting for Cassian Andor to show up, I mean, that's what everybody basically is. Everybody's there waiting to kill Cassian. Even Luthen is there. The character of Luthen this entire season was very interesting, and Stellan Skarsgård gave a great performance. But whenever he put his cloak up, or that, the hood, it looked like he kind of had that Sith vibe going on, all in, black and in dark, and it was just very interesting how things were done. There are aspects where we know there's going to be a second season of this show, and with this show having a second season, a lot of open-ended gun questions, like the Kyber crystal that Luthen gave Cassian. What is the meaning behind that? Maybe that was mentioned, maybe I missed it. But then also in the first one, two, three episodes, which is really interesting, Cassian was going and looking for his sister. Now, will that be the focal point of season two? It'll be interesting to see what happens with that, because season one was up and down. I feel like the best episodes were the Aldhani heist and when Cassian was imprisoned on NARKINA 5, especially with Andy Serkis's character of Kino Loy. Like, what's going to happen with his character? Like, will he come back? Or, it's that entire aspect of this Kino Loy later become Snoke through cloning and transformation and everything like that. It's an interesting theory to think. I'm not saying that's what it is or that's what happens. I'm just giving my little conspiracy or a little theory out there, or fan theory for that matter. The entire season was great. 12 episodes was really long for a series like this, and it was up and down. I feel like the ending season finale was rushed. We didn't get much closure, probably because, like I said, we're getting a season two, and what's going to happen with all that? Cyril is also there trying to catch Cassian Andor, and Bix, like the character of Bix, like felt different, and like she was badass at the beginning, and all of a sudden when she got captured, she got tortured, and then her character just was just a minute little detail. Not only that, Mon Mothma is right there front and center. We know her aspect, and we know that she's helping fund the Rebel Alliance, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in season two, because so much has happened right now, but it's like Marva wanted that kind of, the opposition force to the Galactic Empire, and that's what happened. And she got her wish, but she didn't see it. And with Oluthen's monologue that happened in a previous episode, like, certain people are going to die. You know the fate of certain people. You know Cassian Andor dies in Rogue One. But how does Luthen die? What happens to Bix? And what happens to everybody else that got out? I mean, the daughters of Ferrix, how big are they? And with Cassian coming back to Ferrix for Marva's funeral was interesting. And the stormtroopers, I was surprised, were actually hitting their targets. Probably the first time I've seen that ever in a Star Wars movie or show for that matter. As a whole, the writing was good. I mean, with Tony and Dan Gilroy, the brothers writing this, with some episodes here and there by Bo William and Stephen Schiff, who wrote a few episodes as well. It was a interesting season, especially for one that's not concentrated on Jedi, Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, or any aspect of the other shows that are happening, and trying to everything to come together. It's interesting and it's a solid prequel, but I feel like this season finale could have been slightly better. And like I said, the entire aspect of this season was up and down with good episodes and bad episodes. I have to say that my favorite episodes were when Cassian was on Narkina 5. Andy Serkis definitely elevated the show just a little bit. And seeing Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera, interacting with Stellan Skarsgård's character Luthen was really good. But I feel like more can be done. Maybe they're holding out for season two. I'm curious to see how many episodes season two is. Will it be 12 episodes like this, or will it be 8 to 10, or 7 or 6 for that matter? Who knows? But they have to get the story across because we know that season two concludes. It goes right into Rogue One. And if you've seen Rogue One, you know the story of what happens to Cassian Andor. For me, season one of Andor gets 4 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about season one of Andor. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story? Did you like that this Star Wars show was 12 episodes long, or do you think it could have been shorter? Or was it just the perfect amount of episodes? Which was your favorite episode, and which was your least favorite episode? Who was your favorite character, and who was your least favorite character? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and I'll see you all in the next review video. And thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all for season two of Andor.